Well, hello everyone. We are here at the end of March, so the first quarter of 2025 is just about over. That means that our stats through the end of February 2025 are now available. This is for Winter Haven, Florida. Let's get into our market report. So in Winter Haven, we saw 76 closed sales this February compared to 86 a year ago. That is a decrease of 11.6%. Cash sales as a percentage of closed sales, 23.7% of all sales were cash sales. That's compared to 25.6% a year ago. That's a decrease of 7.4%. Median sales price, $281,500. That's compared to $295,285. That is a decrease of 4.7%. And the average sales price, $291,806 compared to $287,828, an increase of 1.4%. Based on that, the medians, we did see a price decrease in Winter Haven. Median percent of original list price, sellers received 95.1% of list price compared to 94.7% a year ago. That's an increase of 0.4%. Median time to contract, so how long is it taking to go under contract? 56 days compared to 56 days a year ago, so exactly the same. Median time to sale, so this is to closing, 90 days compared to 98 days a year ago, a decrease of 8.2%. New pending sales, 94 new pending sales compared to 85 a year ago, an increase of 10.6%. New listings, 127 new listings compared to 148 a year ago. That's a decrease of 14.2%. Pending inventory, 109 pending compared to 111 a year ago, a decrease of 1.8%. Active inventory, there's 451 homes active in Winter Haven compared to 365 a year ago. That's an increase of 23.6%. And then our month supply of inventory is at 5.3 months supply of inventory compared to 4.7 months supply of inventory a year ago. That's an increase of 12.8%. And while it is still a seller's market, it is getting very, very close to a balanced market. Tune in and we'll talk a little bit about what this all means for you moving forward. So you will see news stories prompting doom and gloom, especially for our area here, Winter Haven and Polk County, Lakeland, that a crash is coming. I don't really think a crash is coming. I think we are in the middle of a bit of a correction, meaning we are shifting from a seller's market to a buyer's market. What happens moving forward, I think, largely depends on what happens with the interest rates. That is really driving buyer behavior right now. That and a little bit of just the uncertainty in the world, and particularly in our country, and how tariffs are going to affect the cost of things. We're hearing that the cost of cars is going to increase, the cost of lumber and some other things is going to increase. And so I think a lot of people are just kind of holding and waiting until they see what happens. What that means right now is that if you're a buyer and you can afford to buy, the reality is that sellers, because our inventory is up, sellers are willing to negotiate right now. You can probably get seller concessions. You can get help with your closing costs, help buying the interest rate down. You can negotiate on price, so you don't necessarily have to offer list price. So there's opportunities to make a deal right now that I think will disappear if interest rates go down. They're kind of fluctuating in the mid sixes, 6.75% right now. Obviously depending on your credit and all that, but I think if they start to get down closer to 6, we're going to start to see a bunch of buyers that have been waiting potentially come back to the market. And then what appears to be a pretty crazy inventory right now may decrease pretty significantly, and that may likely drive prices back up. And so I think that the best advice I can give to just general buyers, I think everybody's situation is unique, and you need to speak with your realtor, which is hopefully me, about your unique situation to help you determine if now is the right time for you to buy. But the reality is that now is when you're going to be able to get a deal on a home. I think if you wait, and you're waiting on interest rates to go down, you risk having more competition for the same number of homes, and that will be a challenging situation for you. I do think another place to look as a buyer is at new construction. I am seeing builders slash prices by tens of thousands of dollars. They're still offering closing costs being paid, or a majority of closing costs being paid. They're offering interest rate buy downs. So there's opportunities for you as a buyer right now. And if you're looking for a home that you're going to live in and you have plans to stay for a while, that is likely going to help you offset any type of negative market activity. So if the market does crash per se, we're not talking about a crash like '08. We're talking about a market that dips into the a buyer's market, and so prices go down a little bit. I don't think we're looking at. I think we're looking at something that, even if that happens, it's going to be a short-term situation as opposed to a long-term situation, and you're going to be able to quickly recover any equity you might lose in the short term. As long as you're staying in the house for 3 to 5 years, you should be fine. Obviously, if you're staying in the house, or your plans are to stay in the house longer than that, you're probably looking at even more of a boon to your equity. The key in real estate is to have it and hold it long enough to be able to make some money on it. And Florida is still the number one place people are moving to. Polk County is still one of the most popular destinations in the entire country. We're still growing exponentially. That's why there's so much new home construction in the area. As much as the local residents may complain about little old Polk County all of a sudden being kind of busy, the reality is that the economy is pretty strong and there's lots of opportunities here, and that's why people are moving here. It is cheaper still to live in Polk County than it would be in Hillsborough or Osceola or Orange counties, Tampa and Orlando areas. And so it really does still present a great opportunity. It's kind of become a bit of a tech corridor along I-4. And the people who bought on the coast and now are panicking because of storm surge from hurricanes are actually looking to buy inland, and so Polk County's become a popular destination for them as well. And so I think that the market slowdown we're experiencing is probably a short-term situation, mostly related to, I would say, global uncertainty with tariffs and trade wars and things like that, and then the higher interest rate. So if those factors change for the positive, I think the market's going to pick up, and it's going to pick up pretty quickly. As always, if you are looking to buy or sell in Central Florida, or you know someone who is, I hope you'll reach out to me. Please tune into my YouTube channel. I'd love to have you on here. And as always, remember, you can't miss with Chris. Have a great day, everybody.